Hi Algebra! Happy Monday! There are 4 things I would like you to work on today, but 2 of them are from Friday, so you've probably already done at least a couple of them. The first 2 things are what we did on Friday. If you weren't able to change your Zoom profile picture or to fill out the online learning survey I gave you guys, take a second to do that now. I will include the PowerPoint that I posted on Friday for people who missed class under resources for this assignment, so if you need those instructions, you can find them. The third thing I'd like you to do is check the answers to the assignment you should have done on Thursday. I've posted an answer key so you can check your work. Be sure you know how to write point slope form of a line from the point and the slope. If you are confused about that, please come to office hours or send me an email. The fourth thing is going to be our new assignment, where instead of just writing lines in the point slope form, you actually change them from point slope to slope intercept. Let me work 3 of those problems as an example to help you get started. The first problem on the assignment gives you the equation of line in point slope and asks you to rewrite it in slope intercept form. So what we're going to do is we are going to solve this equation for y. And the first thing I'm going to do is on the right side, I am going to distribute the term to everything inside the parentheses and then rewrite it below. And when we distribute and we write that, we get y plus 4 equals negative 5/2 x plus 10 halves. Remember, when you multiply a number by a fraction, you multiply this term by the top and put it over that denominator. So the next thing I'm going to do is simplify 5/2 to 5 and rewrite my equation. So I get y plus 4 equals negative 5/2 x plus 5. Last thing I need to do is get this positive 4 term away from y. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. And when I simplify that, it gives me y equals negative 5/2 x minus 1. Now we have our equation written in y equals negative 5/2 of our m value, x, and then 1 is our b value. So this is now in slope intercept form. The first problem from our second section gives us the 2 points 0, 1 and negative 3, 2 and asks us to find the point slope form. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find the slope. And we're going to do that by plugging it into our equation. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals slope. So that's going to be 2 minus 1 over negative 3 minus 0. And when I simplify, 2 minus 1 is 1. Negative 3 minus 0 is negative 3. So our slope is negative 1/3. What I need to do now is pick one point or the other. It doesn't matter which one. And we can write this in point slope form. Our point slope form is y equals m times x minus x1 plus y1. I'm going to take our values and plug them into that. We know slope is negative 1/3, so I'll plug that in place of m. We know that x1 and y1 are going to be either one of our points, and I'm going to use 0, 1 because I like the smaller values. So x minus our x term, which is 0, plus y1, which is 1, equals y. If you want to rewrite it, so this is minus 1/3 x, because minus 0 doesn't change anything. You're welcome to write it either way. So this can be a correct answer, or y equals negative 1/3 x plus 1. Either one of these bottom 2 is a correct answer. I'm also going to work number 13 from the final section, where they give us 2 points and ask us to find the slope intercept form. So middle section asks for point slope form. This one asks for slope intercept. So we're going to follow a lot of the same steps we did for number 2. We're just going to do one additional step at the end. So first step is still find the slope. So y2 minus y1, negative 5 minus negative 3 over 0 minus 3. And when I simplify, that gives me negative 2 over negative 3. Well, negative in the top and bottom cancel, so we have slope is 2/3. Let's write this in point slope form. So we know y equals m, which is 2/3, times x minus x1. You can use either point. I'm going to use this first one. So that gives me minus 3. And then plus y1. Well, that's plus negative 3, or that would be the same thing as minus 3. Here's our light in point slope form. The answer is correct whether you use the first point or the second point. This is not what our equation asked us for. Our equation asked us to write it in slope intercept form. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to solve for y by distributing 2/3 times x and 2/3 times negative 3. That gives me y equals 2/3 x minus 3 times 2/3 minus 3. There's a 3 at the top and a 3 at the bottom, so I'm going to cancel those out. So this simplifies to y equals 2/3 x minus 2 minus 3. I'm going to erase and rewrite that at the top so we can see what's going on. Now that I've rewritten that at the top and we have some room to work, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to combine like terms on the right side. Minus 3 and minus 2 can be combined to minus 5. So that gives us 2/3 x minus 5 equals y. And hopefully you can see that this is in slope intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. So as usual, if you have any questions, come to office hours, email me, or bring them to class tomorrow. Bye, algebra.